tell you, motherfucker. Hi, welcome to.
Hey everybody, how are
Thank
you?
you,
Happy
thank you,
Thursday.
Trevian. Thank you. You know my
Happy
husband, Arthur
Thursday.
Spicer Jr. He knows how to get the party started, right? So
We are so happy to be here. We
I
have so
know,
many
right?
things to
I
talk
am
about.
so happy. Let me tell y'all something. Hoodies, where y'all at? Give me a shout out. Let's see you got a bang on my show, Arthur. Since you said somebody got a bang. Listen, hoodies, where y'all at? Give us a shout out. Let me see y'all in this room. Right now, we got 700 people in the room, Trevian.
All right, let's go. Let's
Right
go. Let's
now.
go. Let's
Let
keep
me
it
tell
going.
y'all
Let's keep
something.
it going.
Man, let me tell y'all
You
something.
gotta go somewhere today.
No, I'm on the show,
I'm
baby.
talking about when you finish.
No.
You need a truck.
No.
You need a truck.
No, not right now. I'm on the
You
show.
gonna need a
Hey, hoodies, listen, y'all give me. Hey, Bella, I see you. I'm looking at my comments. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead on and start the show. Arthur, do you want to be on my show?
Do I look
Okay.
like a hoodie?
Yeah, you look like a damn hoodie.
Your mama.
Get your ass out the room.
Don't leave.
So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead on and start the show. And we on Thanksgiving week, and let me tell you something. We got a lot of things happening. It's been such a busy week. We've been helping these families get turkeys and food right here in Miami. And truly we have blessed. I don't know, but we're gonna get into that. And hey Timothy, I see you. We're gonna talk about some of all of that, Nora. We're gonna go right there and we're gonna get into all of that. But like I said, it's been a busy week, and in Miami, it is Miami Give Day. So y'all donate to the organization, and I know Clip is going. G, do you have it up so they can where's that connection thing? So for the ones that want to donate, they can donate to the organization to help us continue feeding people for Give Miami Day. I did want to make that announcement. There you are. There you are. Okay. I don't know if we can put that link up, but anyway, it's on. Okay.
They're not going to be bringing them to us. We got to get a truck.
So I
go pick them up. January and
so that's it right there, and
They new.
I don't know, but anyway, y'all could go to Give Miami Day and look for Curly's house, and you could donate. Any amount would do. It doesn't matter. And donate to any organization. There's a lot of organizations out here that really support people and are truly doing a great job. As you know, it's so many hungry people. Miss Holiday and Art. It's so many hungry people right here that really need your help. And hi, Sue. Shut the fuck up. And anyway, like I was saying, you close my damn door.
It shouldn't have been open. Do your little fake ass show.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, so I'm back. So as I was saying, please donate and help us to stop it. Feeding people. Oh God. Timothy said, please talk about Biden dragging us in the World War.
I can't wait. That's my topic of discussion. Definitely, no question about it.
Yeah. But they're gonna start bombing us over here soon.
Do you want to get on the show, Arthur?
No, I got shit to do.
Well, go do what you gotta do.
I gotta take a shit.
Oh, Arthur, it's like 900 people listening.
Oh, they take shit too.
That's so silly. Bye. Okay. Anyway.
But yeah.
Anyway.
See, you trying to mess
Yes,
it up.
and Matt Gaetz as well. Definitely coming up.
Oh, Matt Gaetz.
Okay. Yes.
Talk about Matt Gaetz first.
Yeah, well, let's start right there. Let's start right about there. Go ahead.
So,
Go ahead.
Unfortunately, I believe he, in the most presentable way from a PR standpoint, has relinquished his nomination, saying that he did not want to be a distraction to the Trump-Vance administration that he respects so deeply. And I get it. I think that was a cooperative statement because, it just doesn't go. He would not go unless there was a conversation, in the inner house. So Matt Gaetz is no longer on the table for Attorney General. I'm hoping that we have someone that no one would expect that Trump would find with the same vengeance of Matt Gaetz, that will come in and clean out these three-letter agencies, and hold accountable the people who, tortured, politically, not only just President Trump, but, United States citizens. So we'll see what happens in that perspective. But yes, it was a cooperative effort to, say, look, to the public, to everybody who wanted Matt Gaetz to be in that position of Attorney General. I don't want to be a distraction. Let's get back to the work of the country. I'm sure President Trump will have, everybody's best interest at heart. So we'll see what happens with that. But I was disappointed. I really wanted Matt Gaetz to get in there and
I really wanted him to be in there
I
also.
really
I
did.
really wanted him to be in there. And I hope that whoever, is the next person, I hope they can just carry out the job. Let's get this country back to where it needs to be. And to the point that, when the next 4 years come, I hope that we will be at a point where, we don't have to worry about things like this. Like, look at, my point is, like, even with the J6ers, for the people that got arrested that was not there, why did they get arrested if they wasn't even there? So we have so many situations that are just like that. And so also, y'all, that's another thing. Donate, help them J6ers out. Let's help them out also, Thank you, Nora. Listen, for the Give Miami Day, today is the last day to donate for the Give Miami Day. So I just wanted to be clear about that. So I want to move right along. And right now we have over 1,000 people in the room, Trevian. So let's crank it up, G. Show me one of them clips, but not the Jasmine. We gonna save Jasmine. We gonna save Jasmine for a little while, but we gonna talk about her today too. Trust and believe we gonna talk about Jasmine Crockett ass today too. Okay, so G, go to that next clip right there.
Smiling, Brandon Samosa being led out of the Midtown South precinct on West 35th Street this morning. Police say at about 2 a.m. Sunday, he robbed a 38-year-old woman in the hallway of her Hell's Kitchen apartment building. He allegedly grabbed her purse, cell phone, and bank cards, and also performed a lewd act. The victim is a Manhattan assistant DA. She was not injured. Police traced her stolen cell phone to a hotel on West 45th Street, which led them to believe the suspect is a migrant, and they were able to track him down. Samosa was arrested just last night. Police say he was using drugs on the street and had stolen items with him. Police believe he is part of Tren de Aragua. That's the Venezuelan gang that has preyed on people in Times Square and Central Park. Samosa is facing a number of counts, including sexually motivated robbery and burglary. He also has 6 prior arrests, all from this year on similar crimes. And he's believed to have arrived in the U.S. in February of 2023. In Lower Manhattan, Lauren Glassberg, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Wow.
These people need to go. They need, I can't wait till Tom get on his job with sending those gang members in particular out of this country.
Expeditiously. They all need to go. I don't care.
Yesterday.
Anchor babies. No anchor babies. The whole family can go. We don't need to separate families. They can all go. And, we are probably going to have to bring in the National Guard and military, efforts in which to, expedite this process. I'm trying to figure out where I can get in, where I fit in and help with the process, because I've seen some of the most horrendous behavior from illegal immigrants towards elderly people on
and
trains.
Look at that clip. Look what they did to the lady. I mean, not only did they are robbing people, they are raping people, they're reaping havoc. We've seen them taking over apartment buildings and basically torturing people and holding them hostage.
It's a sad situation. And, this current administration has continued to say that illegally migrating into this country is not a crime. Well, Trump said that he's going to make sure that these people are, dispersed as soon as possible and willing to spend billions of dollars to get it done. So I'm all for it, whatever it takes. You know, everybody should pitch in because
I'm all for it as well.
it's going to
I'm
be a
all for it
national
as well.
effort to get this done. So, you know, and they are hiring. There is an 800 number that you can call if it is that you want to participate in helping to remove these illegals. So you can get paid to do it at the same time.
Right. And, you know, they just need to go, period. Point blank. They need to go. The ones that are reaping habit, the gang members, and the ones that are just here to create crimes. You know, Kamala, our party is over. And, you know, they just need to go. It's just that simple. They are dangerous. They're violent criminals. And they should not be here. They shouldn't have been here in the first place.
Well, let's talk about what they do to people who try to come into the country legally. They spend years and years trying to get into the country.
And I know a lot of them.
They spend money on lawyers, fees for every filing that they need to file towards their green card. And finally, you know, lastly, after they've done everything and spent thousands of dollars, they can't come into the country unless they get the COVID vaccine.
So how is it that these illegals was allowed to come here in the first place? They paid them all that money to come here, gave them a place to stay. Some places as much as $350 a week for themselves. But you have the seniors that have worked all their life that are still struggling, can't afford a turkey for Thanksgiving. You know, you have the veterans that deserve to be treated the best, that are homeless, sleeping in the streets. And the Biden administration basically treated the American people like third-class citizens while trying to replace us with the illegals. So I'm glad. That's why I'm so glad Trump is in office, you know, and he's going to make America great again.
No doubt about it.
How about that?
Who do we think that he's going to replace Matt Gaetz with? That's what I want to hear. What everybody, you know, who would be your guess? Just look at it. Look at it.
But hold up. G is running the clip. Run that clip, G.
I think it's spinning.
There it is. Oh my God.
Just flagrant. And this is the entitlement.
Well, at least they got a head start. You know, they got a head start. They're on their way out.
These are the people leaving. They're not coming.
No, these are leaving.
Oh, amen to
Wait.
that.
No, these are hoping to reach the U.S. before Trump inauguration.
Okay. Yeah, it's got an end, and I think Tom Homan does an amazing job of forewarning everyone. We do not care. You all must go. So should they not take heed, because Tom Homan is not playing by any means.
Oh, he's not playing.
He's not playing.
So he's not playing.
We would love for you to
his name is really gonna be fuck around and find out, because he is not playing with nobody.
We would love for you to leave.
Okay, we got some. We have who is it? Mel said Ron DeSantis for AG, Gaetz for Rubio's seat, Ashley Moody for Florida governor.
Ashley Moody.
Ashley Moody. That's
your territory. That's your territory, Laverne. What do you think about Ashley Moody? Tell us. Inquiry minds want to know.
Well,
lay it out.
I don't really know. I know she's been doing a pretty good job as the and as for what she's doing, but that remains to be seen. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of names that are tossed around in the hat.
Right.
So I'll wait.
You will hold your judgment
I will hold my
for further
judgment.
observation.
And somebody say Ken Paxton in Texas.
You know, Ken Paxton might be a good situation. I just don't know if he has the national angst necessary. I do think that Texas does need Ken Paxton. There's no question. I don't know who could come behind him in Texas and try and hold it down. You know, he was one of the first that, you know, started shipping illegals out of Texas. So, you know, I really just, you know, really, Texas is right at the border of Mexico, and somebody with a strong hand has to, you know, govern Texas to you know, regulate that problem. So I don't know, Ken Paxton, you know, he might work, but I think there needs to be somebody with a more national angst that just understands, you know, nationally what has happened to this country and is willing to fight that devil. So,
and as I said again, I'm gonna wait.
So that's it, Ken Paxton. That's what everybody says. That's who should replace Matt Gaetz.
Gee, can you send P. Rae a link, please, really quick? And can you put on that Jasmine Crockett?
She been waiting for that.
On that Jasmine Crockett.
You can then misuse words like oppression. There has been no oppression for the white man in this country. You tell me which white men were dragged out of their homes. You tell me which one of them got dragged all the way across an ocean and told that you are going to go and work. We are going to steal your wives. We are going to rape your wives. That didn't happen. That is oppression. We didn't ask to be here. We're not the same migrants that y'all constantly come up against. We didn't run away from home. We were stolen. So yeah, we are going to sit here and be offended when you want to sit here and act like, and don't let it escape you that it is white men on this side of the aisle telling us, people of color on this side of the aisle, that y'all are the ones being oppressed, that y'all are the ones that are being harmed.
Well, I'm thinking the braids are.
Who stole us? Because she said we were stolen. Who stole us? First of all, a lot of when you look back in the history, right, and you know, we already talked about the fact that Indians was already here, and some of us are actually Indian and Black. That part right there.
Actually Native Americans.
So who stole us?
There weren't just Indians that were Native. There are also Black people who were Native. And people like her don't understand that. She needs to loosen up those braids and understand. Everybody needs to understand.
That's probably what the problem is, you know, because they do be pretty tight. Those braids are very tight. They are very tight. And obviously, you know, there's some issues going on right there because, you know, I don't understand. For me, the thing is this. You are a Congress. You're in Congress, right? You're a congressional U.S. House Congress member. So that in itself means that, you know, you have achieved, you're there, right? So why do you spend all your time talking about race as if to say, once again, we shall overcome? And I always say, we already overcame.
We're here. We came.
We're here.
We thought we conquered.
We are here. Okay. So what the hell is they talking about? I don't get that part. Let me tell you something. This is a country that if you believe it, you can achieve it. Ain't nobody stopping you. Nobody's stopping you from achieving your goals. It's what you tell yourself. If you tell yourself, right, that, okay, my mama told me I'm nobody, I'm never going to be anybody. If you're going to buy into that and feed that negative thinking into your psyche, then that's what you're going to believe, right? But if you feed yourself positive things, if you're around positive people and you change your outlook on life, and you start taking small steps, you can achieve your goal. I always tell people you don't have to be the smartest bitch, you know,
Work
to achieve
hard.
your goal. You don't have to be the smartest bitch. You have to work and apply yourself. So, and if all you want to talk about is race, right? Go do something that is extremely extraordinary for your constituents. For your constituents. Because now you sitting in the seat of power. She is walking in power. She is walking in a seat where she can make things happen for the people. For the people. They can make it happen. So why is it that you want to just spend your time talking about white people this, black people that, white people don't know what it means to go through? Let me tell you something. When I ran for Congress and I was talking to a lot of people, I talked to a lot of white people that no longer stay in this country because people came after them and basically tried to take everything they had, and they had to leave for various reasons. And I'm talking about them 3-letter agencies that did it, okay? They came after these people for various reasons. So why do you want to just spend your time saying this, but where is the fruit from your community that you're even making it better, you know, other than just entertaining this language of division when you want to talk about it's like saying one night I went to this radio station, right, when I was running for Congress. So the lady said to me, she said, "Oh, why is it that you support Trump? I don't want to talk about him, but I want to interview you and see why you running for Congress. But what about if the police pull you over?" I said, "Let me tell you something. I have been pulled over by the police, but I talked to them. If they asked me for my driver's license, I gave them my driver's license, no problem.
Right.
They said, get out the car. I got out the car.
Right.
Okay? I got out the car. But I didn't try to take off running. I didn't grab a gun and shoot at the police officer. You know, it was positive conversation. Well, what about all the black people that be getting killed? They just killing up all the black people. Really? What news have you been listening to? Because, I mean, even this morning, right here in Miami, it was some white people that was interacting with the police, tried to run the police over. The police, you know, had them to get out the car, and yeah, they got that. But yeah, they tried to run the police officer over, right? So the point of the matter is, you know, let's make some sense out of this conversation. You know,
I don't think Jasmine Crockett was elected to move in power. Jasmine Crockett was elected to continue to enforce racial divide. That's her job. If we listen to her when she was in chamber and her irreverent tone on how she addressed her colleagues, I mean, that in itself was disrespectful. Number two,
right.
She wanted to talk about, you know, people's portfolios and how they should be diversified. And all these Nilla wafers need to add some chocolate cookies and cream or whatever it was she said. She needs to understand there are bad, you know, investments in a portfolio. And we don't want bad investments. We want the best, most certified, most researched, you know, investment in our portfolio that we can find. And whatever color that you know, investment is, that's the investment that we need to put in the portfolio. So her even trying to talk about finance would just showed her ignorance. You know, same thing with Jamal Bryant. Luckily, he's gone. But these types of candidates are put in office to continually divide on racial spheres. And we need to just let it be known that that's their job and move on, because you're going to constantly be there to stagnate progress. So we have to forego people like Jasmine Crockett. She's been ghetto from day one. I mean, it's almost the most, she could be the most ignorant person elected to Congress, just if you listen to her. And if you listen to her rants over the last 6-8 months, it's pitiful. So I think that Black people need to realize. We get these pawns that are put in these positions supposedly of power, but they don't have any power. They were only there and put there to divide. So let's look at them that way and keep it moving. And no matter who your representative is, if they're doing right by you and your, the constituents and your neighbors, those are the people that you support. You don't have to support a candidate because they're Black and they're ghetto and she got braids and blonde wigs this day, and it doesn't matter. We need to forego these pawns that are put in our way, knock them over, and keep going. And that's how I feel about Jasmine Crockett. She's a piece of trash to me. She's disruptive. She's ignorant. She's angry. She's disrespectful. She's irreverent. I don't care. She's got to go.
Yeah, but the part is people actually feed into that. People actually buy into that because that's the only thing you hear, coming from her. It's all a bunch of negative bullshit, basically. Just negative ass bullshit.
Well,
so,
I think it's the mentality of people that feed into her bullshit. So you have to, measure that person's mentality. If it is.
We know who's gonna feed into it. We already know who's gonna feed into
so
that.
Let's just measure the mentality.
Those women that voted for Kamala,
yeah,
that look like us, are the ones that's gonna feed into that. Because
speaking
that's
of Kamala, Ebony awarded her with the Icon of the Year award, and Homegirl was in Hawaii kicking it in flip-flops. Kamala is Indian again. She don't care about Black nothing. They gave her the Icon.
She never did. She never did. That was a front.
She
made it clear.
Black people.
She made it clear. She did not care. She said it. She said, I do not care about Black people. So she said it.
They still have not realized that they were bamboozled by Obama, by Kamala, and they are still trying to give accolades to people who have told them to their face that they will do nothing for them and did nothing for them. If we look at Obama,
I don't understand that mentality because I haven't seen any country that, even let's look at Africa, okay? When they have people in leadership, and those people are giving their constituent a hard time, what do they do for them?
They'll cut their throat to get them out. They don't play.
What about these other countries? And let's talk about countries like Korea. When they have people in power that are doing everything else but serving their constituents, what do they do for them?
There'll be a coup. This is the only country where we have not had a coup, when we have a president who is somewhere eating ice cream, but saying now we can fly ballistic missiles into mid-Russia. This is crazy.
And when we have a president that's somewhere sniffing fucking kids and not doing nothing for the damn people. Okay, did you see him pop out of the bushes the other day?
And I
was on fucking Gilligan Island. I mean, I'm sitting there watching him in these damn bushes, and I'm looking like, okay, where's Professor and Skipper and Marianne and them? He just popped his ass out the bushes. And then when he got finished talking, they was like, somebody was like president, and he was looking like this, and when he gets finished talking, he doesn't answer questions. Homeboy breaks count. He is out of there, straight up out of there.
And you know what? On a serious note with that situation, at this point, we have to do something. There has to be an invocation of the 25th Amendment. You do not go to war America does not go to war without Congress approving of that move. No one discussed this with Congress. Congress has the power to remove Joe Biden and put in Trump immediately. People don't know how the Constitution works, but when you invoke the 25th Amendment, Congress has all the power. And I'm not talking about just getting rid of Joe Biden, because if we invoked it, Kamala would come in. But Congress would also be able to hold her responsible to make sure that these situations don't continue to happen. And if she was to forego that, they would be able to put the 25th Amendment against her. Trump can be put in office right now through Congress.
Thank you, Rae.
Nobody understands how Joe Biden has broken the war treaties we've
He broken
foregone
down
all
the
the
law that it was that he could think of. I mean, you know, look at the fact that he had the documents in his garage, but they didn't do a damn thing to him.
Well, I don't know if we can focus on that now because we've got World War III on our shoulders.
Oh,
So
that's true.
this is
That's
we have to understand what our rights are under the Constitution. We, Congress, we can lobby Congress. Me as a lobbyist, I can lobby Congress to remove Joe Biden. Because if people ask, what can we do as people instead of sitting here and watching these missiles being launched in? And Putin is not a joke. Putin will not play.
Oh, they are no joke at all.
Taken everything.
Those people are crazy. They don't care. He will wipe everybody off the face of this earth.
And he can hit Europe and the US at the same time. Russia is the world's biggest nuclear power. We are not. Russia is. Not only that, you add China and you add Iran to Russia because that's their tag team right there. So if we're adding
that's the group, that's the team. That's the team. And they don't care. They do not care. They would.
And between the three of us, their military is larger than ours. So
yes,
we have to understand that Germany and everybody within the European Union, they hate Vladimir Putin so much that they would allow missiles to come in from Ukraine to start a war only because they want him gone. They have not been able to move that man left or right. He has always trumped them at any move. And we have to understand, Trump has a relationship with Vladimir Putin. I am hoping, as he said, look, Trump said, don't call Joe Biden, don't call Kamala Harris, call me. I can fix this. This is what needs to continue to happen. And we have a right underneath the Constitution to remove Joe Biden and put Trump into office right now. We can't wait to January 20th, because if we look at what's happened in the last 10 days and we give this another 10 days, we don't know what we're up against. But we do know we're up against a monster that nobody has ever seen. So, and Vladimir Putin is that monster. I respect the man. I feel like he has been the most powerful man in the world. With Trump out of the office from 2020 to 2024, Vladimir Putin was the most powerful man in the world, not Joe Biden, not anybody in his current administration. So we have to look at, our options within the Constitution. I think it's going to be necessary. Us as American citizens can lobby Congress to invoke the 25th, to remove Joe Biden, to remove Kamala Harris before we end up in something that we can't pull ourselves out of.
And everybody else that's in there that needs to go, need to get the hell on out too. Don't just leave the rest of them out. G, did you see, can you let P. Rae in? I think she said she's in the room. Can you let her in?
P. Rae. So I just feel like we have to do something. We can't sit back and allow these.
Well, like you said, we need to lobby Congress. We got to make phone calls. Making phone calls is so important. A lot of people, you are home all day. We need to post those numbers. Trevian.
Otherwise, yes, I can post those. I can send those numbers to G. But otherwise, Twitter fingers are not going to help you. Actually, what you do is you call your current representative. You should know who your congressman is. You should know who your senator is. Call your local representative. It will take you 10 minutes to get that call in. Their receptionist will answer. You can send an email if you don't want to make the phone call. But this is the moment that us as American citizens must stop this war that we are facing right now. World War III is on our shoulders, and Putin will not be nice. So I feel as if we all have a duty to protect. We've gotten out November 5th or before. We voted for what we wanted. We voted for the change that we wanted to see in this country. Now we need to save the country again. And it's unfortunate that this is put on our backs, but under this current administration, we must take Joe Biden out of office, because now we are facing a train wreck. And Vladimir Putin has been more than patient. He is a
train wreck. He is a train wreck.
So this is a serious matter, but we have to understand our rights underneath the Constitution. I don't even know if people have ever read the Constitution. The laws of the land that govern them. Nobody knows how the Constitution works. This is our right. We have a right to lobby Congress. We have a right to remove Joe Biden because he has failed
Absolutely.
us as a nation. He has broken the war treaties of this country underneath the Constitution. So this
And
is
so many other trees that he has broken, him and Kamala both.
there's so much, but I'm trying to focus on the current fallacies because we're on a time. This is a ticking bomb. It is a ticking bomb, and his warfare is stronger than ours. So,
Okay, G, what you got for us?
Ukraine, yes, they did. They reached inner Russia. They fired off missiles 2 days ago, and
Oh my God, this is so frightening.
And this actual warhead can break through protective boundaries that they sent into Russia. Putin is going to send. I actually posted just a small portion of Putin's current nuclear military. It is not something to be taken lightly. And Americans, we get too comfortable. You know, we don't see anything until it slaps us in the face. This is something we don't want us, want to slap us in our face. This is serious. This is something that will maim your children, And so, I feel like it's my obligation to tell you what your rights are. Let you know that you can call your local congressman and let them know that you want them to lobby to remove Joe Biden because this is what we'll continue to get if he stays in office. And so we don't have a president right now. Who is pushing the buttons? Who is calling the shots? Because it's not Joe Biden. Kamala's over in flip-flops hiking in Hawaii. So who is running this country? That alone is enough to invoke the 25th Amendment. So that part.
So whoever your local congressperson is, people, make sure that you call them. Make sure that you call them because it's so important.
This is not even about Kamala, because if we invoke the 25th to remove Joe Biden, Kamala would come into office. Do you think that she would change anything? No. So we would have to continue and go through the same process.
She didn't change nothing the whole 4 years when she was in there.
It's so sad. It's so sad. And as we see, Black America still wants to accolade and give honors to someone who basically turned back Indian overnight. The cosplay outfit, it came off. And she lets you know, I don't give a damn about your award. I don't give a damn what you think of me. You didn't come out and vote for me like you should have. So screw you. I'm out of here. And I'm just going to take the money that I embezzled from my campaign, because nobody spends $1 billion and ends up $20 million in debt. I can guarantee you she's embezzled a good $250,000. And so we'll see, $250 million, because I know all that money did not go to busing in people and concerts. That's right. That's a good, probably $150 million right there. Where's the rest of that money, Kamala? Nobody's stupid. And I'm glad that Candace Owens jumped on Beyonce, because you know what? You're a fool. Nobody likes you anymore. You're not authentic. Nobody's going to come out and vote for anybody because you come out on stage once every 4 years. That's it. Like these characters who used to have precedent have nothing now. Nobody cares. So the power is gone. We the people have taken the power back.
We the people. We the people. Y'all got to remember, we the people have power. We have power. Repeat that with me. We have the power. We got the power to make them change. Y'all, sometimes you just got to flex your muscles, because you got the power to make the change. Now, G, bring P-Ray on up in this room. She got a few minutes.
Is she in there?
I don't know. Yeah, y'all got the power to make the change. As Kamala would say, oh, you never know how much power I have right here.
Oh my God. She did it, but now that power is gone. Her Supreme Court, dream is out the window. You are gone, eliminated. 86, bombing us, go. Like literally, I couldn't be happier that someone who placated being Black, somebody who cosplayed being Black, just got up and did the electric slide, with her sorors, and thought that would get her, that chair in the Oval Office. I am beyond ecstatic that America spoke. Landslide victory. I'm upset with the media now just saying, oh, that wasn't a landslide victory for Trump. He only won by 1.6%. He won every swing state. That's a precedent. He won.
And you know what was so amazing about that? I mean, Kamala was campaigning in all of these states. She had these huge rallies that she had paid basically everybody to come to. And she paid all of these performers to perform. She paid Oprah to do these interviews. She paid Little Legs, what's her name? Al Sharpton, Little Legs Al Sharpton. All of that money also to do all of those interviews, right? And everybody she paid. But baby, on election night, whoo! When the proof of that pudding came through,
man,
and it was lit up red everywhere. That just showed how much, people was really sick of her ass, but just, smile and tolerated. And, they didn't really want to offend anybody. So yes, Kamala's great, because they didn't want to offend family members. They didn't want to offend friends, I thank God for deliverance because that's not my problem, I don't got to worry about offending nobody because I don't give a fuck. Okay,
it's an awesome feeling.
Yes,
a lot of people that went, to her fundraisers and to all the parties, they just played it smart. They said, okay, I'm going to go to the parties, but when I get in that polling booth, it's going to be a different story because they can't. A lot of them have business investments. Like if you live in Chicago, that's a blue city. If you want to get a business contract through the mayor's office or through the city, you can't be a Republican, talking about Trump and trying to get a contract through the city. You will be X'd out. So in places like Chicago, which Trump only lost Illinois by 4 points. That's a win. So Black people in Chicago said, look, I got to play the game because I'm here because I got to, support my family. But when I get in that polling booth, it's a different story. And that's what happened. That's truly what happened. Black people were smart enough to play the game. They knew at the end of the day that vote was going to be for Donald John Trump. And I thank you all for.
And I thank you all also because we're so excited. We're so excited. G, thank you for bringing P. Ray and P. Ray, welcome to the show while you were talking shit to me. Like I told you, I'm just going to tell you straight up because that's me. That's how I do it. I don't beat around the bush. I send a text out to everybody in that group. You don't never respond. Everybody else already. Don't you see it in the group chat, right, Trevian? When I send the text,
I be getting it.
You responded, Sandra responded. Sophia responded. She didn't respond. So she just responded now. So I was just saying to her, I always send it out for everybody to let me know what they want to do so I can let G know in advance. But she don't never say nothing. And then when the show
I asked early,
she want to fire bombs off at me, But when I'm talking to you, you don't say nothing.
Sorry, big sister almighty. I beg your pardon in front of everybody, okay? When I say charge it to my head, not my heart.
No problem. No problem. See, y'all got to remember, all y'all 2,000.5 people, I want y'all to remember one thing about Lavern Spicer. If y'all don't remember a damn thing else, remember this. One thing about me, my heart has always been and always will be for the people, and especially for the less fortunate. And I work very hard to help those people. I'm out in the street with them. So when you out there working with these people, they're not nice. They're not nice. When you dealing with them, you got to be strong. You think, oh, I'm just going to start a food bank and give some people food. No, bitch, it don't work like that. Because guess what? If you nice like that when they come, you know what they going to do? And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be the old ladies. If you in Miami, it's going to be those old ladies. They're going to come to your program. All that food you got out there, they're going to get a big bag, one big trash bag, right? They gonna sweep all of that food into that bag, throw it on their shoulder. And I'm talking about ladies that are 80, 90 years old. They gonna throw all that food on their shoulder and walk down the street with it. Because they 80 and 90 years old, but they are strong. Because a lot of these people are from other countries. They used to tote a 20-pound bag of rice on their shoulder. They gonna put that other bag up on top of their head, and they got great balance. They have great balancing skills, okay? And they gonna walk with that. So when you out there with them, you have to be very direct, and you got to say what you mean, and you got to get them together. And when I'm out there, I'm dealing with no less than 4,500 people that I got to get together and get them straight. So the point of the matter is, when you dealing with them, if you don't know how to be a soldier, they gonna push you over. So you're not gonna come here and push me over. That ain't gonna happen. Because I'm gonna train my team and we're gonna organize it. When we out there, we gonna have it together, right? So the point of the matter is, so when you say insults and shit, that whatever you gotta say on my Twitter page, X page, you just happen to leave a comment and you think you hurt my feelings, guess what, bitch? You are so wrong. I'm gonna look at that shit and laugh my ass off. I mean, I'm straight laughing my ass off at some shit that you really think you insulted me, because that ain't about to happen. Okay? So I'm serious though. I'm serious. So I see the comments. I mean, one of them just called me Rasputia. You know. So girl, Rasputia.
What was that from Gilbert?
Rasputia in the Eddie Murphy movie, the big fat one.
His wife, my wife, Rasputia.
Rasputia. So, you know, when you leaving stuff like that and I look at that stuff, trust me, I'm laughing my ass off because you ain't hurt my feelings at all, baby. If you want to impress me, flex your muscles, come over here and help me feed these people in this line. Help me deal with these people that have all these type of mental issues that are out here, and while they waiting for the food, they decide to go take a crap across the street in the bushes. That's the type of stuff that I have to deal with. Okay, these are the people that I'm dealing with. So when you're dealing with these demographics of people, you cannot be weak, you cannot be scared, because they gonna push you over. They gonna take everything you got on your table. They taking all your food and they gonna leave with it, and they gonna call their friends to help, baby. So let me tell you something. This business here is not for the weak. It's not for the faint. It's not for those that are scared at heart. It takes a lot of courage to do what I do. And I would like to invite anybody that would love to talk shit, okay, to bring your ass to Curly's house. My address is 6025 Northwest 6th Court, Miami, Florida, 33127. You can rewind this motherfucking tape so I don't have to repeat myself. And you can come and help me volunteer on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yes, be here early. My crew is out there at 4 o'clock in the morning. I have an 85-year-old lady that's here at 4 o'clock in the morning that starts signing people in, and we give out numbers, okay? So with my side, I have one side, that's the side that I run. We give out numbers. The other side that Felicia runs, they call them by their names because that's a different group. They're usually mostly older people. And then in the middle, we have a line that's just for handicapped people, for people that are in wheelchairs, on walkers, on crutches, or whatever your problem is. If you're handicapped, we have that middle line just for them. And we serve them first so they don't have to walk through the line, hold the line up, or anything like that. And like I said, I have been doing this for over 2 decades of my life. Them first few years, I was never outside with those people. I was always inside with the logistics. But now I'm outside with them. So when you outside with them, baby, you better be ready. You better be ready. So anybody that would like to come out and volunteer, let me tell you something. Tuesday is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be about a good 600 or 700 people out here that day. So there I am. Y'all watch that video and see and see. Let me tell you something. The girl that did it, you can't even see all the people. That's just a few people. That was just a few. We had lines on this side of the bus stop, lines across the street. It was about 400 or 500 people out there for that event alone. And that was just an extra event we did. As you see, that's Miss Mary right there in the wheelchair rolling on by. And our neighborhood is mixed. Like I said, when I first started, it was about 100% African American, but no more. This community is at least about 70, 80% Hispanic. That's little Miss Grandma right there. That lady, 80-some years old. I have a lot of people that come here that are in their 80s and 90s, y'all. They're in their 80s and 90s, and they're on walkers. They come here. They get their food. We make sure they're taken care of. We give them fresh vegetables. I'm not going to give them no old, outdated stuff in no can. They get fresh meats. Like last week, we gave out chicken. We gave out shrimp and fish. We gave out cases of fish. We had so much fish here. So all of them was able to get a lot, of different types of meats and all different types of stuff. So that's just one line. Like I said, you see the other line. They turned the camera so fast, but you can see the other line on the other side also. So next week, Tuesday, before Thanksgiving, like I said, probably be about 600 or 700 people out there that we're going to serve once again. And we always make sure they have plenty of food before Thanksgiving. If you're in Miami and you need food, please come. Please come. If you need food, you need help, please come. We are there to help you. We give out food. We give out clothing. Right now, we do have baby Pampers, but we're not going to renew the contract to get the baby Pampers. People that donate clothing and people donate food, so we give out whatever we have to help those that need it the most. And, one thing about these type of programs, a lot of people play the zip code game. So if you're not from their zip code, they would not serve you. We do not do that. We're not going to turn down nobody long as you come and you're respectful. Being respectful is the key now. Don't come up here and think you get ready to talk some shit to Lavern Spicer, because it ain't going to go down like that. I'm just letting you know already. Now what you going to do? I'm going to calm you down. I don't care if you on crack. I don't care if you just hit your space rock or whatever it is you've been on. When you come, you get you some water and you calm down, and we're going to work through this. Because if you need the help, I'm going to help you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to help you. That's what I'm there for. I don't care if you homeless and you just took that little dump across the street. When you come over here to me, you come respectful, and I'm going to help you. And everybody around here, they know that. They know that. And don't come ask me a whole bunch of dumb questions that don't make no sense, because that's where you're going to run into problems at once again. But long as, that's my mentor right there, y'all, Curly. That's my mentor right there, Cuzzy King, the lady with the black shirt on. Yes, when I came to Miami, I was about 20 years old, young. I went to beauty school. I met her. I worked with her many years. She was just like my mom. And after she passed, that's why I started Curly's House. It's all about her legacy of helping people. Curly helped so many women. She always taught them to be strong, to stand up, to fight back, don't take shit off of nobody. And she always encouraged me. She said, baby, whatever you want, you go for it. And if you believe it, you can have it. You just go for whatever it is you want. And while I'm on here, I want to give a special shout out to the Latter-day Saints, because those people, they come and volunteer. They help us distribute food. So when you look at some of these pictures and you see that they are here, they are always here. They send their young people, and they come here and they volunteer in the middle of the hood to help us feed the community. I know they got a movie out, a little horror movie about them right now, and it doesn't paint them in the most positive light. But I'm going to say this, the Latter-day Saints are in the hood, and they fellowship with everybody. They teach the young people about God and Christianity, and also they volunteer for a lot of food banks throughout the United States of America. And They help you with whatever it is you need. So I want to give a special shout out to them and let them know how much I appreciate all the big boys at the top. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much for all of your support and everything that you have done for my organization. Mr. Barrett, Keith, and all of y'all from the bottom of my heart. Y'all already know. I really appreciate you all. And for everybody else that have came to this organization and volunteered to help us, regardless of what organization you are from, I truly appreciate you all. And I think the Marlins organizations, they're giving out. Marlins is giving, y'all write this down now. Y'all getting this information straight from Lavern Spicer. Now, the Marlins are giving away turkeys on tomorrow, and it's going to start at 4:00 at the Marlins Stadium. I think that's the name. Well, maybe that's not the name. It's at the Lone. They changed the name of these stadiums so much. So much. I think it's the Lone Park Stadium now. It used to be the Marlins Stadium. I remember when the other stadium was Joe Robbie Stadium, and it was this stadium now. It's the Hard Rock Stadium. So they go through so many name changes. And today, special shout out to the Miami Heat. They're doing their turkey distribution today. We have a turkey distribution, which we'll be doing Monday. And we're also going to be doing one Tuesday as well. My party, the Republican Party, will be here Tuesday to help support the operation. And they also going to just help us distribute turkeys to the community. And they do come out and support the organization in that way. And I want to thank you all very much for all of your support. And
we want to thank you, Laverne, for doing this for 20 years,
20 plus, way plus 20. I'm going to tell you, Ashley, when I was a kid, when the other kids was playing, I was the one over there helping the seniors clean up their house, clean out the tubs. I would cut their grass. I was doing this, way back in the day before this type of stuff became popular to do. So as a child, I always believed in helping the elderly population. And, a lot of times what people don't know is that God gives everybody gifts, right? He gives you spiritual gifts. So once you find out what is your passion, what is it that you love to do, what is it that, makes you feel that love and content in your heart while you're doing it. And this is my passion. So anytime you working and you walking in your passion, it's not a job. I mean, I'm in here all day. Sometimes I may come in at 9 or 10, but I may stay here till 11 or 12 at night, because it's not a job. This is my passion. This is something that I enjoy doing, and I enjoy working with other people. I enjoy helping people putting their visions and stuff, because a lot of times we are around negative people with negative vibes, and they don't want you to pull off something that they can't do. You understand? So when you talk to them about your dreams or things that you would like to do, well, why you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Well, I don't think you should do that. Well, it doesn't matter what people think. It matters whatever you're interested in. You follow your dreams and you make it happen. And I'm going to say again, I know G just put that link up. Y'all, in Miami, today is Give Miami Day. Today is the last day for Give Miami Day. And I know you could go to Give Miami Day's website and you look for Curly's House of Style, which is my organization right there. And you can make a contribution to the organization today only. Today only. So once you do this, thank you, Timothy. Thank you so much. And thank you. And I want to also say thank you to everybody that's out there feeding people, helping people, and doing stuff in your community to empower people, to help make them better, and to help the homeless people. Because, a lot of times when I'm out front and I talk to these homeless people, y'all will be surprised how intelligent these people are. They are so intelligent. It's that a lot of times they just gave up on life, you know, and they said, fuck it, I'm not gonna do this no more. You know, I'm just gonna cop out of this, and I just don't want to go through anything anymore. So, you know, life can get very difficult at times. And everybody needs somebody to talk to. You know, just think if people, I'm gonna say this, and I know let me see, we got close to 3,000 people on this show, right? But I'm gonna say this. Just think if everybody took a little time out of their busy day to say something positive to somebody, to be nice to somebody, and we could even help change some of these young kids that are so confused. You know, the ones that think they're a cat or a dog because that's what their mom told them, that they are a non-binary person. You know, you could talk to them and say, hey, you know, you're not a cat, you're not a dog, you know, you're not a turtle neither, bitch. You know, sometimes you got to get a little rough and rugged with them for them to understand. But you know, like, I mean, it's the same thing like Charlie Kirk, and you see all of them doing that. And Charlie Kirk is doing an amazing job with talking to these people. I always give him, you know, and Joey and Bill and everybody else and G and Jesse and the whole team, you know. So sometimes we just got to talk to people and not be afraid to talk to them. It doesn't matter. You know, talk to them. You know, I can't tell you how many people have been out front and, you know, they just turn around and they be like, you know, like they get ready to boo me up of all people. You get ready. First of all, who are you talking to? That's going to be the first question. Who are you talking to? You know, because in order for us to communicate, we got to find that common ground that we could agree or disagree, because oh God, she really found that clip. Yeah, I got on the Granny Clampett hat. But let me tell you something. Y'all see all them people out there? That's just one side of the line. That's just what y'all see, that man. Y'all see them? They on their walkers. That's the handicap line. And that's the senior line on that end. But it's also another line on the opposite side of the street with it just as many people in it. But Tuesday, those lines are going to triple up. Those lines. I was trying to get my friend to turn the camera, you know, so y'all could see the other side of the line. But for some reason, she wasn't comprehending. Turn the damn camera, girl. You know. So, but anyway, it's you know, that's just how it is. It's rough, it's tough, it's hard for a lot of people. And imagine if you're on a walker or you in a wheelchair and you get $5 a month in food stamps. Yep. See, like the guy was just saying, he gave up on life because of opioids, you know? And that's a major problem in our community because people are going through so much pain, but they don't know how to deal with those pains. And, you know, a lot of times with those opioid drugs, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but the thing is, that can start from having a toothache. You know, you could be having any type of pain. Like my ankle is swollen. And a lot of times when being out there, my damn ankle be hurting me so bad, you know. And if you have had like any type of issue or any type of surgery, you know, especially if you're in a state and it's cold there, especially for us people with the older bones, and it's, you know, them 30s or them 40s get ready to set in, and you know the swelling starts in your shoulder and the swelling starts in your back. The first thing you think is, oh, I'm hurt so bad, I need something to kill this pain. So if you have them Percocets, let me tell you something. Percocets, they got them 10 milligrams and them 5 milligrams, right? So when I used to go to the doctor for different things, they give me the 10 milligrams. Some things used to make me feel so sick and horrible. But then one day they gave me a 5 milligram. Oh, what's in my back? My back. I have the herniated disc. Them suckers were hurting. They gave me no 5 milligrams of that Percocet, baby. And that thing had me feeling so good. You know what I'm saying? I felt so good and fabulous, like I want to be out being friendly or something, you know? And I was like, every time that pain hit, I'm thinking Percocet. But I know I only had three. Only had 3 Percocets, so I couldn't do it. So I said, listen, you know, sometimes you got to talk to yourself and encourage yourself. I'm telling y'all, because what happened to me was that once a year we get a lot of bags of food from the post office, right? And we had like maybe 300-400 bags of food, right? And we unloaded the truck. So from unloading the truck, I was in so much pain the next day. I could not walk. I could not move. So that's why I went and I got those Percocets and stuff, right? Every time I start hurting, I'm thinking Percocet. So the thing is, that's how people get hooked, right? That's how, because when you get your brain say pain, your brain say Percocet.
Yeah.
That's how they get hooked on them drugs. So I had to encourage myself and say, listen, Laverne, this is what we get ready to do. Sometimes you got to encourage yourself. Laverne, you only got 3 Percocets. You about finished with that last one. So listen, we going to start praying about this and we going to figure this thing out because your body got to get healed. I'm not going to stay in no bed and sleep, you know, because all those painkillers make you drowsy, right?
Yeah.
And you just think sleep, drowsy, pain. You know, it's just a cycle. But somewhere you got to break that cycle and just encourage yourself and say, hey, I could do better. I could be a better person than this. And that's what we just got to do sometime as people, you know?
All the time.
Anyway, back to politics. I'm through preaching for today.
Well, can I give you a real quick thing? Because I got foot surgery, 2 foot surgeries, actually. They had to put metal in my foot, then it didn't go well, and they had to take it back out.
And you in Chicago where it's cold at.
Yes, and right. It's snowing right now, and I'm dragging this foot through the snow. Get yourself some serapeptase. And this is not medical advice for those who are listening, but serapeptase is a supplement that's made out of silkworm protein, and it eats up inflammation in the body. So you can get rid of a lot of that pain by taking the supplement without taking the opioids. Serapeptase, for those who are interested.
And so where do you get it from?
Anywhere. They sell it at the store. You get it at Amazon, GNC. Mm-hmm. Yep, serapeptase. It is like it's a miracle for me anyway. It eats up inflammation everywhere in the body. So even if you have like keloids on the body, like they will get flatter. Something about this silkworm protein goes through the body and just eats inflammation in the body. Serapeptase.
Yeah, they've been talking about that silkworm thing a lot, you know, because I believe our bodies can naturally like heal itself. You know, and I believe in the natural way to do things. So in today's world, it's so much technology here. It's so much technology. So sometimes you just need to step out and see. I mean, we got Google, we got the internet. So do your due diligence. You know, Google, go to YouTube, type in what your problem is, and listen to some different alternatives. You know, because remember, all of that medication have so many side effects,
and it gets caught in your liver and gives you psoriasis of the skin.
Wow.
Yeah, to sidebar, like if you ever see people with their skin ate up, it's because those medicines are getting caught in their liver. And if that happens, you have to blend dandelion, lemon, and water and drink it for a week, and it detoxes the liver. Again, not medical advice. That's just something I learned at a funeral down in Louisiana.
Not a funeral in Louisiana.
Yes, in the sticks of Louisiana. Because my face broke out real bad. And this lady pulled me to the side. She's like, "Oh, baby, you ain't got to be out here like that. Let me give you the whole spiel." And she said, "Get your older lady." Yeah, she was an older lady. She felt sorry for me.
Old ladies don't play, do they?
Yeah, they get in your business, but I'm happy. Yeah, so try dandelion too.
They do not.
Dandelion.
That's one thing about them grandmothers, boy. Back in that day, they didn't care who you was; they'll let you know. You know, but people just be more cautious with this generation because the way people are. But you know, they all need help. You know what, y'all? And not to take it off from politics, but you know, I I just want to pray that people are safe. I'm praying for people's safety right now because this time of the year, right? Coming up to Christmas time, it's always so much domestic violence. So many women are getting killed. A lot of them are pregnant. And also during Christmas time, it's always so many fires. It's like everything is burning up, everything is on fire. So I just come against all of that in the name of the Most High God, Jesus. Thank you very much. Done. So anyway, back to politics, y'all. What's next?
Well, you missed the conversation about Jasmine Crockett. So
Miss Ratchery.
right.
Miss Ratchery. Oh gosh. I want to go to Congress just to counter her. And not even to fight her.
All three of us. Listen, hold it right there. Hold it. GOP, RNC, whatever y'all want to call yourself. Y'all listening? Y'all got 3 black women right here that are willing to go to Congress and take on Jasmine Crockett ratchet ass. Holler at us. You got Lavern Spicer from Miami, which and I would love to run against Ilya Omar to be honest with you. I would love to take on that little bald head floozy.
It's a couple of bald head ones.
It's Presley, she's very bald. Trevian.
But what? You said it.
And both of y'all are out of Chicago, right?
Yes, I'm in the 7th congressional district, which Danny Davis runs.
Trevian, which district are you in?
7th, the 7th district.
So listen,
both of us, same district.
Yeah.
Okay, GOP, we got some black women right here. Y'all need some flavor up in that camp. Y'all need some flavor in that camp to take on that ratchet ass Jasmine Crockett. And we are the ones, because her shit is not making no damn sense to me. She want to talk about slavery, right? She talking about slavery and oppression, and nobody went and snatched no white folks up. White people were slaves, just like black people were slaves. And furthermore, no white person went to Africa and just took black people from Africa. They made deals with people that look what? Just like us. Just like us. So when you want to tell the story, I was always taught, tell the damn story the right way and start it from the beginning about how it really went down. They made deals with those people over there, okay? So when you go tell that story, now if you want to talk about why did the black people sell the other black people into slavery? How about that?
I learned the one thing that I picked up from living in Senegal is because I was telling them, all these stories about what we're going through in America. And what they said is always remember that slavery ended because the white man stopped buying, not because the African stopped selling. I'm going to say that again. Slavery ended because the white man stopped buying, not because the African stopped selling. Because they selling right now, y'all. At this very moment, people are being sold on the continent of Africa, straight out of Libya.
And other countries as well. Mm-hmm. Like Pakistan, they have people over there that are basically sold for slavery. Like you got people over there selling their kids and stuff for what? Cows. And whatever else. They get rid of their kids, their little babies that are like what, 7, 8 years old, and marry them off to them old.
Yeah, monetary purposes, commodifying their children.
Right there. Yep. That part right there. Okay, so we got a lot going on that we need to talk about, and y'all need us in Congress. So when they want to talk about some bad bodies, and this thing that the bad body might can't say, but guess what? All of us can call their ass out.
It's so tacky, though, honestly, because we are in the middle of an invasion. We're in the middle of World War III. A lot of people are saying World War III is coming, but we're in it at this moment. And for her to sit there in Congress and want to signify and do that while she at work in the Congress of the United States of America is totally inappropriate, and it's embarrassing for Black women. But nobody wants to say anything to her because they don't want to be called a racist or a misogynist, which is why they need Black women to come and get that together. Now, for me, I can't run against Danny Davis. That's like my godfather. I was literally raised in his office. That's why I could speak on federal policy so well. I've been hanging out with him since I was 11 years old. I am literally the heir apparent, but I switched sides. So now everybody mad. But that's what I want to do because it's business has got to be taken care of without all this homegirl spirit. Don't nobody got time for that right now. But after we're done with the illegals and we stopped World War III, then we can play the dozens. Then we can talk about each other's bodies and hair. But in the meantime, we got to be on American business.
But you know what? This is the thing, though. While she's in Congress saying that, people just sitting there looking. Nobody's even like saying anything or addressing that. You know, nobody's saying anything. Nobody's addressing any of that stupidity. So, you know, something needs to be done about it because, I mean, this girl is going on and on and on about it. Hey, G, show that video one more time. Just show it one more time for the people, because man, we up to 3,000.
Like there has been no oppression for the white man in this country. You tell me which white men were dragged out of their homes. You tell me which one of them got dragged all the way across an ocean and told that you are going to go and work. We are going to steal your wives. We are going to rape your wives. That didn't happen. That is oppression. We didn't ask to be here. We're not the same migrants that y'all constantly come up against. We didn't run away from home. We were stolen. So yeah, we are going to sit here and be offended when you want to sit here and act like, and don't let it escape you that it is white men on this side of the aisle telling us, people of color on this side of the aisle, that y'all are the ones being oppressed, that y'all are the ones that are being harmed.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. So
I stretch my hand right to this chick in the name of Jesus right now, because she got it all bent up.
Amen. You know, for one, when we talk about what happened during Jim Crow, a lot of times we look at it as a racial incident, which it was, but it was also Democrats fighting Republicans. So white Republicans in the South who were helping Black people vote and get themselves organized, they were drugged out of their homes, lynched and burned as well. So when we say, you know, white men have never been oppressed, they have. If white folks want to, if they want to host a pity party, let white folks host their pity parties. I think it is so wrong when Black folks come to white people and they're like, no, you don't get to feel sorry for yourself. No, you don't get to advocate for yourself. That's their story. Let them have it. That's not for us to police. But that's what I'm saying. That whole tirade was inappropriate for the U.S. Congress in the middle of an invasion, in the middle of World War III. She is completely out of line with this. She is not at some basement social justice meeting. You in the U.S. Congress, and that is not the business of the Congress. You don't get to qualify somebody's story. No, I don't like her. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it a buck. That's my soror. But I don't care for her because she always showing out. And people who show out like that make it more difficult for Black women like us because they believe that when we come in the room, we're about to clown too. And no, we're not doing that. That's her following this social justice script that made them lose the White House, because that's what Kamala did. She didn't run a campaign. She ran a Black woman campaign, honey, with twerking booties and all. And nobody wants that. We want an American public that's addressing, or an American government that's addressing the needs of the American people. You can keep all that, you know, keep that in the nail shop, keep that in the beauty shop. That's not for work.
Right. And I had said before you came on earlier, Jasmine Crockett is there. She was never elected to, you know, pass a bill or have any power. She was elected to divide and distract, which is why I said we have to forego talking about people like Jasmine Crockett, because her tone in those chambers was so irreverent. It was just so disrespectful, so ghetto. Like you said, it makes Black women look bad. So for me and Jasmine Crockett, I have to put her out of my mind because I don't want to be attached to that episode, to that, you know, attitude. I don't want to be attached to that. So for me, she's a nobody. She's nothing. If I saw her on the street, I would tell her she's a dog. So Yeah, that I
Probably a bar. Woof, woof.
I would tell her she's a dog. She's on a leash. She's destroying Black people. She's destroying Black families. She's destroying this country.
And this is the thing. Once again, she's already in the seat. What is her problem? Why don't you go out and do positive things for your constituents that voted to put you there in the first place?
Yes. Even with her taking off work and traveling to campaign for Kamala, I'm like, so forget all your constituents, right? Forget everybody that you're supposed to be representing to the federal government because you have chosen to participate in the presidential campaign during work hours. That's not right. Like I said, there needs to be a total revamp of what Negro politics look like in America, because what has happened is, one, we've been tainted in this Black people of color minority group. Like she said, well, people of color, no, we're not people of color, number one.
Right.
Number two, if you're gonna tell our story, I always say when it comes to slavery, I thank the United States of America, I thank the Union Army, I thank the Republican Party for coming down to central Mississippi, Greenwood, Mississippi, where my people were enslaved by the Choctaw Indians. They came down there on those horses with those blue uniforms on and said, all these people free, y'all come with us. The United States government did that for us and posted it on the door and gave them guns to fight their masters back. Then they brought the federal troops down there to secure us while we were down there, helped us build towns like Mount Bayou, Mississippi. Shout out to my people down there. That was the first incorporated Black town in Mississippi, and we were able to do that with the help of the Republican Party. Our issues came when the U.S. government allowed the Democrats to get their power back, and then they brought that state-sponsored terrorism called Jim Crow. That's what we need repair from. I actually just said this on Fox News day before yesterday because the woman, Liz McDonald, interviewed me, and she said, well, they're giving all this money to the migrants. Black people are trying to get money from slavery. I stopped her. I said, no, ma'am, we're trying to get Jim Crow repair. That's what we're focused on. But I'm sorry, ma'am, go ahead.
And that's the thing, right? You know, you on Twitter, you see all your little foundational Blacks, and you see the Pan-American Blacks, right? They're always on the spaces. They're always on the rooms. They're always talking about reparations, right? And we know the majority of them supported Kamala, right?
Yes.
So if they supported her and backed her, why she didn't give them the reparations? She gave the money to the illegals. She took care of the illegals. That could have been reparations that went to them, since according to them, that's something that they've been fighting for so long, right?
And the Asian hate
crime. Why didn't it happen? Why didn't it happen? She was in office for 4 years, and everything about her was, oh, when I get elected, then I'm going to do this. When I get elected, I'm going to do that.
But this is the thing. Reparations, to me, if Black people don't even know how reparations should be distributed, they don't even know how they want to get it. For me, reparations, if it ever had to happen, if it was ever going to work, it would be a stimulus, just like what happened during COVID. You would get a stimulus to upgrade your living standards, you know, be a first-time homeowner, that type situation. I don't personally believe in reparations. And another thing about reparations, people have to understand, if anybody owed Black people reparations, it would be Democrats. Democrats enslaved you, Republicans freed you. So you don't even know who you want reparations from. You say, oh, it's not a party situation. It's a country situation. Well, you got to tally it up. What's the number? This is where I don't understand when Black people get in front of a Congress or get in front of a representative and say, you know, we demand this. What are you demanding? Where? Well, how much is it? How you want to get it? I'm sorry.
Robert Johnson of BET actually computed it, because P. Ray wants her reparations check. Okay, I'm gonna buy whale knuckles and I'm going to barbecue them in my backyard and then eat them in a tub of warm nickels. Okay, that's what P. Ray is gonna do with her reparations check. Okay, but no, seriously though, the Jim Crow issue has to be rectified. We've computed that in the city of Chicago. Even with us being a northern state, we were still affected by those Jim Crow policies of the Democratic Party, and we're dealing with that right now in the city of Chicago. That's why the Chicago Housing Authority has hoarded $1.8 billion Yes, to the detriment of Black Chicago. This is their platform, and it's state-sponsored domestic terrorism. That's what we got to call it. If we can couch that in terms of terrorism, then it's an easier sell. Just like people sued the Saudi government for 9/11. They're getting reparations through the U.S. Justice for Victims of Domestic Terrorism Fund. Yeah, we could do that. Same thing, but we got to get the messaging right. And it's too many people talking too loud about the wrong things. That's why they tell me, P. Rae, when you go to the table, you tell Donald Trump we want reparations. I say, and I ain't. I ain't going to the table to talk about no reparations. I haven't been doing this work to get up there and talk about what you want to talk about. No. You know, if you want to have a conversation, you do the work that we've done. You do the groundwork. You build relationships.
You know what I don't understand about people, right? They want to tell you to tell somebody else something, right? But what about that candidate that they were supporting? What about Kamala? Why they didn't tell her all of that since they were supporting her so much?
Because she said, I'm not going to do nothing for Black people. She already told you.
She's still there. That's the thing. She's still there, but they're telling you to go talk to Trump about
right.
She's
still
there. So they already know they're not going to get anything from. That's why they're looking towards the future. Well, what else can we do? No, deal with the people that you voted for. Get that tabled on. Get somebody to lobby that bill for you again, because you couldn't even get it past the first vote. So you guys don't even have lobbyists. This is what lobbyists do. They lobby for issues. You guys haven't even put together a group of lobbyists to actually go on the floor of the Senate or go.
They don't want to do that. They want to hold those spaces. They want to hold those spaces and get up there and cuss each other out.
Don't they though? I say I can't do that. I don't want to do no more of those ghetto spaces. You know, hollering, screaming, cussing. I'm P. Rae. I'm not doing that anymore. But you know, I hope they get it, and that's what I always tell them. I hope y'all win. Oh my God, do I hope y'all win? If y'all get reparations, I'm gonna have 2 more babies so we can get 2 more checks. Okay, like I'm with it. Okay, but you know, in the meantime, in between time, we cannot couch all of our political capital in the reparations fight, because whether or not we get the reparations, we still got to stop the invasion. We still got to make sure that the kids are literate. We still got to maintain our properties. We still got to secure the border.
And we still need to close that border and stop this war that's going on. For it won't be nobody here for a reparation. Nothing else. You know,
definitely talked about that. And invited the 25th to get rid of Joe Biden, because actually do it in the Constitution. Congress has the power to put Donald Trump into office right now for the simple fact, number one, Joe Biden's administration has broken the war treaties. So are we going to stick around and watch this episode unfold where we have missiles inside inner Russia and Putin has not struck back yet? He has not made that strike. And with him being the biggest nuclear power in the world, America is no longer. We are no longer the missile nuclear war superpower. Russia is. Now add that in connection with China. Add that in connection with Iran. This is a real world war in full regalia. So, you know, I tell everybody, lobby your congressmen. We can't wait till January 20th, because in the last 5 days, we've seen what has already happened. We've read Putin's dossier on how he plans to strike.
Trevian, listen, G, I want you to bring that last comment up from JG. And I see, hey, Rhonda. I see Rhonda Kennedy is up here. And y'all know Rhonda ran for Congress in 2020. And Rhonda has been fighting for the party for a while. She says, I'm preparing to sue the Democratic Party for human rights violations for slavery. There's no statute of limitations for human rights violations.
That's true. There's no limitation on that. That's true.
But we did fight a war and lost 250,000 people. So for me, you know, and I'm saying this, I am 100% Negro, okay? 100%. Mama Negro, Daddy Negro, 4 Negro grandparents, okay? These my people. What I'm saying is I believe that the U.S. government has done its part for slavery. Okay, they did it. We lost the people. We had to import a whole bunch of Germans because we lost our British population. You know, we went through that. Our issue is Jim Crow, and the Jim Crow survivors are still alive, y'all. Those are our parents. So we have people who are directly affected. We got all of the evidence. They've already added it up. They show us all these "We Shall Overcome" documentaries every February. So we know what happens. I don't understand why we're not moving forward about getting Jim Crow reparations rather than slavery reparations, because I believe that the price for slavery was paid, and I appreciate them showing up. That's what I say.
Okay,
But
and Rhonda said it's not the U.S. government's responsibility. Hey, Rhonda, anytime you would like to come up on my show, please hit me up on Twitter, please. Inbox me on Twitter.
Remember, y'all,
it's every Thursday at 3 p.m. Every Thursday at 3 p.m.
Jim Crow would be a stimulus. The only way you can rectify that situation, nobody's going to get $25 million each. It's not going to happen. Right. But there will be an opportunity, just like they turned around and did for COVID. It would not be as extreme because it would be limited. And then how do you classify? You said you got 4 Negro grandparents, parents, but how are these people going to classify that they are eligible for whatever this stimulus would be?
I can tell you because I've done my work. So if you can trace your people back to the 1870 census, you qualify. And that's easy to do. All of those records are online. I've done it for my family. I've traced us all the way back to the 1870 census on both sides. So you know who we are, because foreign Black people were not legally able to immigrate to this country in mass until 1968 through the Immigration Act. Even though we did have people like W.E.B. Du Bois, he's a Haitian.
So check this out. My family doesn't come from slavery, but I can still trace my family back to 1870 something. Where is it that I don't qualify? I could qualify if that's what you're saying, because
you will qualify.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But
that's why it's not for slavery.
Okay. But
it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not for slavery. It's for Jim Crow.
It's for
Jim Crow was not just for slaves. Jim Crow happened to actual citizens. So the difference between slavery and Jim Crow is that slavery, we were chattel, or our ancestors were chattel property. So technically they did not have rights. But during Jim Crow, we had an expectation from the federal government to protect us from state-sponsored terrorism, and they did not. It actually took an act of Congress in 1965 to make them stop. A literal act of Congress had to make them stop. So that shows you how pervasive it was throughout the society. And if the Congress can come together and make it stop, that means that they've already acknowledged the harm that it has. And therefore, we can get that. Even with the Jim Crow, if you got people that got a 1957, because the majority of baby boomers were born in 57. That's when my parents were born. So if you got a 1957 birth certificate, you are a Jim Crow survivor. If you have a birth certificate that was printed before 1965 that has you listed as a Negro, you are a Jim Crow survivor, and you and your heirs are entitled to repair. There's no argument in that.
Since you've done this research on Jim Crow and how it should be rolled out, is that going to be something that you initiate? Is that going to be like, or you just sharing the information with anybody else who wants to proceed?
I'm sharing the information because my reparations piece, the reason I'm doing all of this is because I want to work in the education field. I have a master's degree in education. I believe that the main issue between the Negro, the main issue or barrier between the Negro having full literacy and where we are now is the fact that we've never received ESL training. So every other group has gotten formal ESL. We have not. We are speaking an anglicized version of the African language of Wolof. And we know that there were so many Wolof speakers in America that the word okay is now a part of the American lexicon. That's a Wolof word. That's not a British word. And so anyway, I'll give you guys an example. I used to work at alternative high schools here in the city, and I was with my students. I said, yeah, we're going to do a activity day. I wrote I be, you be, he, she, it be, they be, we be. And I drew a line. I am, you are, he, she, it is, they are, we are. Give me a word, y'all. I be what? I be tired. I say, y'all do be tired every day. I got to say, sit up, stretch your bodies. And that's cool because your grandma taught you that language. That's one of the oldest language forms in our country, and everybody in the world want to talk and understand understand, just like you. But you got to understand, we got to talk to white folks downtown. We got to talk to people in London. We got to talk to people in Singapore, people in India, Nigeria. When we making money, when you speaking money English, it is I am tired. They was like, damn, ain't nobody ever teach it to me like that. Okay, let's do another one. So that's the type of literacy training that I want to get as a reparative mechanism, thank you, for the Negro. That's how I'm looking at it. And that's why I'm in this. That's why I went so hard for my candidate to get in, so that I can have the access to go and speak to the decision makers to tell them this is what we need in order to push my tribe forward. So that's my part of reparations. But the people that's going to fight for the check, get the check. P. Ray want to eat whale knuckles, okay? I know that they got knuckles because those are mammals, and I want to see what they taste like.
You can let me know what they taste like when you get them. That's not going to be a delicacy for me. I'm sorry.
Okay, y'all. We are gonna start wrapping this up, and I want to say thank you, Rhonda, so much for joining us and for sharing and dropping on in here. Like I said, just inbox me on X, not a problem. I would love to hear more from you. So we're gonna wrap this up, y'all, and I just want to say this, right? I would like to thank everybody, for joining us today on Hood Conservative, because we really had some great conversation today, as always. And once again, I would like to say it doesn't matter, hey, it doesn't matter wherever your dream is, or whatever it is that you're interested in doing. It does not matter. Go for it. There's no such thing as a loser. Long as you try and keep trying and keep trying again, it does not matter. A loser is someone that has never, ever tried. So long as you have tried, you are a winner. So, we have a little idiot that's up here, and that's why I said that. And Rhonda in 2020, when she ran for Congress, and Trump had the platinum plan in Georgia, in Atlanta, Georgia, and that's when I met Rhonda. Hello, Danny. So I'm just saying this. Okay, we won't tell Kamala that. So anyway, I'm just saying Rhonda did a great job, as everybody else did that ran for office. Everybody's not going to win. Yes, some people are going to lose. But the only thing that matters is that you keep on running. Look how many times Abraham Lincoln ran before he actually won. And how many times was that?
I think 7.
7 or more, okay? And some people even more than that, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Just keep trying and do what you do. Long as you're happy at the end of the day, that's the only thing that counts. So once again, y'all already know. I already told you I don't give a damn what nobody say, especially somebody that can't even use their own face. They go get somebody else's face to put up there as a parody account. You are one stupid ass.
Lame.
But I'm gonna be nice. So it's in closing. Don't forget, y'all, today is Miami Give Day. Finally, donate to Curly's house. Help us continue to feed people. Y'all follow. Make sure you like and subscribe to my page. Also follow my friends. Okay, there's the link. Also follow my friend Trevian at Free Trevian. Trevian, go ahead and closing, because we're giving our closing.
So Laverne been saying my name wrong forever.
My
name is Trevian.
Trevian.
She says it the gay way, like the gays. Trevian. But no, Laverne, seriously, thank you for having me. And thank you all for watching. Just to expound on what Laverne just said, you don't have to be the smartest, because at the end of the day, the hardest worker is always going to win. So if you really want to get what you set out to achieve, you've got to be the hardest worker in the room. And that's all it'll take. It doesn't matter where you came from. Just know if you put that work in, you're going to have it. You can follow me on X at Free Trevian, Trevian. And if I don't get to see you all before Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving.
P-Ray?
Yes, you can follow me at Chicago Red P. I actually think I know I'm shadow banned. So you have to find me through the hashtag Chicago Red. Remember that the purpose of Chicago Red, we are a political organization, but we are a self-esteem movement. We speak to the self-esteem of the people to make them remember who they are and what they came from, and to know and understand that they deserve better than the crumbs and chaos that the progressive Democrats have been giving to us for the past 80 years. Those people who care about themselves and care about their families and their neighborhoods must be America first, because the Negro is 100% American. This immigrant, migrant situation has nothing to do with us. So if you have a grandparent, parent, whomever, if you like me, an 8th generation free American, you better be going hard for this country, because nobody has refugee space for Americans. There will be no food falling from the sky for us. So please pray for our families, pray for our country, pray for the health, safety, and security of our president elect, who is coming back to make sure that this country that our ancestors are buried deep, bone and flesh in this land, gave us via birthright, continues to work for us and our children. Thank y'all.
Okay, and I would like to thank everybody for joining us right here today. Shout out to all the hoodies. My hoodies, y'all know I love y'all, and I appreciate your support. And I also appreciate you joining this show every week so faithfully. We have some great things that are coming up that I'm really excited about. And I would also like to thank my staff that really hard to help us. And G, we thank you for making sure, that these videos are right here and right on time when we ask you for them. We're so grateful to you for everything that you do. And to all the families and to everyone. Hey, Rhonda, he just playing, girl. He ain't even ready. Don't even worry about it. He is not ready, Rhonda. He is not ready, okay? So we ain't going to even waste our time with him. We remember what happened when Mr. Professor came on, from D.C. The professor had 25 things that he wanted to tell us about that Obama has done for Black people. We invited him up on the stage, and he could not come up with one thing that...
He ate his ass up.
And we ate his ass up. So maybe Mr. Joey, Mr. Parody account, you stick your happy ass around. Trust and believe. We will invite your little happy ass up on stage, and you could get some too. That's right. You could get some too. Y'all want to hide behind somebody else's name because y'all ain't motherfucking ready. But anyway, at all, point, period, blank. But I would like to say I wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. And if nobody tell you that they love you, I love you, and God bless you truly. And much love to everyone. If you don't have anywhere to go, just take a look around. Go on the internet. There's always some options out. If you would like to volunteer at different places to help everybody that's feeding people in so many different locations. Somebody said thank you, Laverne. That's Trevian. You guys are the best. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Mr. Sanford. I can't really see what's saying something. I ain't gonna even get to the end of it. But anyway, thank you. And thank you everybody for joining. Peace, love, happiness. See y'all. We now next Thursday. I know it's Thanksgiving, so I may do it like the Wednesday or day before, and not really on Thanksgiving Day, because I know people are gonna be with your families, and of course we are your family too. We love you very much. So I would say probably next week Wednesday. Y'all know I'm gonna post it on my X page. Oh, yes, Timothy, it's a parody. Don't even waste your time and bother. Don't even waste your time. He just come out here with all these little condescending comments because he wants some special attention.
Oh.
And maybe Mr. Joy Parody, man, we will invite you up. We'll give you a few minutes. It just won't be today. Next time, just get your happy ass up here a little earlier, and we can do that. Because I ain't got nothing but time and energy. Bring it on, buddy. Bring it on. Come on the stage. So if you want to come on the stage, meet us next week, Wednesday, 3:00, because we're not going to do it Thursday. And we will see you then. We will see you then.
Lobby your Congress people to have them put Trump in office now. We cannot wait for them to blow up the world. We can do this. We have within the Constitution, this is our right. It is the right of Congress to remove the Biden administration. And after what we see, the 25th can be invoked. At that point, we can bring Donald Trump into office to save America and the world, because we can't go another 15, 20, 30 days as what we have right now. We've got missiles flying. They're flying at this point.
Vlad said he's going to nuke us before Christmas. So pray.
That's what I'm saying. So
pray, because God can change things. I believe in God. I have all my faith in God. I put all my faith in God.
I forgot one thing, Laverne, and I have to say.
Go ahead.
So suddenly in Georgia, our hearing to disqualify Fani Willis that was supposed to be on December 5th was filed to not happen. It was gone. So this meant that the information and the evidence that we had against Fani Willis was so damning, we would have destroyed her career forever. And to prevent that, they canceled the hearing. We deserved that hearing. So we don't know what's going to happen, but it's looking like come right after January 20th, by the grace of God, all of this is going to go away. Yes, gone. They canceled it. But we were going to tear her. We were going to light her up for filth. She would never work. She would never work again. But that was the best sign that we had that this case is done right after President Trump goes into office.
Okay. G, go ahead on and play that clip that you wanted to play, and then we're going to close out. Mr. Joey Clown, just rest your nerves, because, you don't even have on like your real face, so shut the hell up. But go ahead on, G.
Good morning. My name is Lavern Holiday, the Assistant Director of Curly's House Hope Relief Food Bank. We are a food bank located in Liberty City. We're a grassroots organization, 501c3, and we have been in business since August the 1st, 2001. Since that time, we have served several million people with bulk food products, clothes, general information for health, medical, immigrants, any kind of information that our clients need. We serve presently over 5,000 clients a month, 250 per day. This is our packing room, and these are our volunteers that are preparing the bags or the commodities that we have to We're in the 24th Congressional District. It is one of the poorest districts in the nation. We are constantly being challenged and underserved. We have the highest crime rate, and we are trying to work on those things to make our community a better community for all to live and cut out the disparities.
Hi, I'm Lavern Scott, the Executive Director of Curly's House.
Was you
We're more than a food bank.
Yeah, we're finna wrap up.
A community resource center, kind of like a one-stop shop for our
I paid my $50. Ain't never borrowed a tool or nothing from up there. You gotta pay like a little membership fee. I was finna till my yard, but I
They fill out the applications. It's a very simple process. Our ministry blesses many people. We're not here to take them through the red tape, and it's not what the organization is about. We're here to help, offer love, hope, and understanding, and that's what we're here for. It's like showing love and giving love, and that's what we're all about. We are an access site, so what that means is that when people need to have Medicare.
What happened?
Okay.
I said, was you trying to be sexy, Laverne, when you were
I
saying?
know. Did she have on a little red shining in the light? I say, ooh.
I am the
Oh,
executive
girl.
director.
That is an old
Wow.
video that G found, so he wanted to show it was like way back.
Bravo.
Way
Bravo.
back. Way back. So in closing, peace, love. Y'all have a great day. And y'all are right. We don't have to entertain the troll that adds absolutely no value to this platform whatsoever. I mean, how you gonna attack Rhonda of all people?
He a fan. That's why he's spending his Thursday afternoon with us. We didn't send for him. He came to us. So thank you, Joey, for showing up. Bring 3 friends next time.
Right. That part right there. So in closing, I'm wishing y'all peace, love, and happiness. This is Lavern Spicer and the Hood Conservative Show.